Okay, today we are going to take a look at the GoPolar TKL. This board has been out for a while. I just have been kind of lazy to kind of put this together. But basically what I am trying to do today is just something for fun. It's a pretty budget board, but it comes pre-built with decent keycaps. Cherry profile, and also there is the Azure Dragon tactile switch it's made by Geon. And see, it's very pretty. It has all the LED lights that goes around, and you can see on the bottom too. The only problem with this is it's not well pre-made, right? So with the pre-made boards, a lot of time it's the stabilizer that are either not being lubed correctly, or the wires aren't balanced, so it's kind of like rattly. So if you see here, these are kind of okay, but I can feel the enter key kind of move a little bit, and the shift just very slightly. The worst one is the space bar. So you can hear this rattle. So I'm gonna try to fix this stabilizer, and then I'm gonna try to see if there's any way to improve the sound just slightly. You might not need to, because the case seems to be pretty well fit together. I'm just gonna do a quick sound test before I do anything to it, and then so you can get a baseline of what it sounds like at this time. Okay, so as you can hear, pretty rattly space bar. It's kind of like it's plastic, so it's kind of more deeper sound, which is nice. Well, depending on your preference. So I'm gonna get started. And oh, by the way, this time I add in a mic. Last time someone mentioned something about me breathing too hard, but that was actually because of using the built-in camera mic. It kind of amplify all the sounds that's around. It's good in giving out the actual sounds of the keyboard or the switch, but for the future, I'm gonna try to use external mics to improve the sound. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first we're gonna take a look. This board, it doesn't look like there's any screws anywhere. So what we'll probably have to do is just kind of pry open from the bottom and kind of work slowly around the edges, and then just lift it up. And then we'll take a look. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so once I pry with this one, is pretty easy. I only had to use my fingernail and it'll pry open like this. And here are all the little tabs that kind of lock into place. I didn't hear any like case rattling, so I'm not gonna do anything around here. With the Alco board I had before, the PC75, I put some foams around the corner, so that way when I fit it together, I don't get this vibration noise from typing. Like the other one used to vibrate, and I can hear the plastic vibration sound coming from the case. Not in this case, surprisingly. Alright, so I'm gonna remove the keycaps and then go from there. Okay, and part of this plan is I'm gonna, just to test that the steps are being correctly fixed, I'm gonna remove all the original tactile switches, and then I'm gonna switch it to a quiet silent switch. It's gonna be tactile as well, but it's gonna be silent. It's silent cream, and then that way when I type again, I'll be able to tell. You won't probably get a real before and after since the switch has been changed, but what we are trying to do here is to see how we can fix the stabs. So silent switch is the best. If you don't hear any other sound, then the only sound coming is gonna be your stabs, right? Okay, so I've removed most of the keycaps. I just want to give you a look at all the switches. It's really pretty color. The Azure Dragon is like kind of like teal, aqua, purple, green, like mix of those colors. If you see here, I actually previously I had tried to put some tape around the PC plate just to kind of keep the stab housing from moving around. But even with that, we still heard some rattle earlier. So what I think I need to do is I have to remove all those switches and then remove the wire and try to balance it, because that's pretty bad the way it was sounding. Yeah, this enter key, the shift, is kind of okay. So the left shift and the backspace seems okay. So mainly we need to fix the spacebar, the enter, and the shift, right shift. Oh, also with after opening this, we noticed it's using a PC plate, and also there's a silicone layer right underneath. Probably that's why it has like a deeper sound. And then there's also another silicone at the bottom, just below. So I think this is chosen by design just to allow the LED to kind of spread throughout. This is a hot swap PCB. Alright, so, and then everything is south facing except both shifts and the enter are north facing, and then the tab, the / key, sorry, is facing to the west. Oh, and also the cap lock key is also north facing. So we need to be careful when we put it back together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 keys are different. I've stabilized the wires and also lubed them and put it back together. I added some paper between the stabilizer housing and the plate just to keep them secure so they don't wiggle around. Okay, a tighter fit. This is the switch I'm gonna use. This is called this is a silent cream yellow switch. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I hope you can see it. Anyway, so this switch is pretty quiet. Right, so now I just have to put back the keycaps and test them to see if they're better. Looks like I did something wrong. Okay, so I have fixed all the modifiers, but the spacebar, see, these are quiet. I don't hear any rattle here, but the spacebar, even after balancing, putting it back together, still rattling. So this tells me the spacebar is probably just bad. So I'm just gonna go grab another spacebar and see if it's a spacebar that's causing the issue. Okay, so I grabbed this from another set. It's a white spacebar, but we're just seeing how our stabilization work. If our balancing is done correctly, right? So if we did it right, then maybe another spacebar will not have the rattling issue. So let's try. Okay, try again. Whew, okay, so it turned out the original stems, they were probably damaged from the factory, so I think they're a little bit too small. So that's why no matter which spacebar, I tried like 3 different ones and they all rattle. So okay, finally I changed out just the stem because I don't have any clip-in stabilizer housing, so I just changed out the stem with one of the ones that I have. So now, okay, it's better than before. Still not perfect, but at least now the stems hold better, so they don't rattle as much as they used to. Alright, so I'm gonna finish putting everything together and we'll have a type test. Okay, so all the switches are already installed. Now I just need to put the keycaps on and then we can put back the case together. Then we can go ahead and do the sound test. Okay, so we are almost done putting back the keycaps, and then after this we'll just have to connect it to the computer. See, there's still a little bit of rattle, but it's better than before. I don't know what's wrong with this. I already balanced the wire, lubed the wire. I even changed the stem, so it's better than before with the stock stem. But still, if you hit it in the wrong spot, you can still get a little bit of rattle. But significantly less than before though. I don't want to order another set of stabs just for this because this is a gift to someone, and so right. Okay, so see the LED light, and then we're gonna go to monkey type to get the type test. I'm gonna do this twice, so let's do the first one. Okay, one more time. Okay, so as you can see, you don't really have to have an expensive board to like get a good experience. Anything you do to the board, adding foam, adding polyfill, changing the plate, or doing tape mod, even just straightening the wires of the stabilizer, lubing it, doing it the correct way, you can still get a pretty good experience. And then most of all, if you change the switch, I would say start with a cheap board, whatever board you have. As it's nice if it already has hot swap, so you can easily play with changing out the switches and modifying the stabilizers. There are many different mods that you can do. As you can see here, I'm pretty happy with this, even though the spacebar is not perfect. If you want to like do the testing like in individual switches, however, in the actual typing, you can hear it's pretty quiet overall. So I'm pretty sure whoever gets this board is gonna be very happy. And the LED light is so pretty. This board is about $100 and probably $20. stock, and so all I did was swapping out for the silent switch to make it quieter, and then doing the stabilizer fix. And then stabilizer fix include the lubing and also some paper to kind of secure the stabilizer housing so that it doesn't move around a little bit, because cheaper boards, a lot of time the tolerance isn't as exact as the more expensive boards. But overall it's pretty. Like, see, you would have to spend probably at least, I don't know, 250 or 300 plus to get a board like this. And I mean, in the like real custom mechanical keyboard. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you had fun watching this and watching me mess up several times. All right, thanks. See you.